Many have tried to challenge the Tesla Model Y. Now it's striking back even stronger with this update here, the new Model Y, or also called Model Y Juniper.
The Tesla Model Y Juniper is here, and it's packed with 32 features that are bound to shake up the entire automotive industry. From sleek design updates to next-level tech, this new model has it all. Whether you're a Tesla fan or just love cool cars, these upgrades are set to redefine what we expect from electric vehicles. So let's dive right into it. Redesigned exterior of the Tesla Model Y Juniper. The Tesla Model Y Juniper comes with some cool updates that not only make the car look sharper, but also boost its efficiency. For starters, the front end got a major makeover. The typical headlights are now gone, replaced with a sleek, continuous light bar that stretches across the entire width of the vehicle. This design is very much in line with the futuristic vibe you see in the Cybertruck. It's not just about looking cool though. The light bar also improves nighttime visibility, which is always a win when you're cruising in the dark. When you move to the back of the car, you'll notice another slick change: the rear taillights. They've been swapped out for a full-width light bar, giving the back a smoother, more unified look. It's a small change, but it makes a big difference in how the car presents itself, especially at night. The glowing bar makes it super easy to spot the Model Y Juniper even in low light. So you're not just driving something that looks futuristic, you're also driving something practical. Now, let's talk about the side mirrors, which have gotten their own redesign. They've been reworked to be more streamlined and aerodynamic. This isn't just about aesthetics, it's also about performance. The new mirrors help reduce drag, which means less wind resistance as you drive. This reduction in drag leads to better efficiency, which is a big deal when it comes to maximizing the car's range. So, not only does the car look smoother, but it also cuts through the air more effectively, helping you get the most out of every charge. And then there are the wheels. Tesla has introduced new wheel designs that aren't just about looking sharp, though they definitely do. These new wheels are crafted to enhance airflow around the car, reducing turbulence and further improving its efficiency. The aerodynamic design helps the car glide through the air more smoothly, which translates to better performance, especially at higher speeds. It's all about making sure that every part of the car works in harmony to improve both how it looks and how it drives. The Tesla Model Y Juniper isn't just about looking sleek on the outside. It's got some upgrades on the inside that make the driving experience even better. Enhanced interior of the Tesla Model Y Juniper. Well, now the front seats now come with ventilation, which is a huge deal, especially in warmer weather. Instead of just sitting there and getting sweaty, you get a nice breeze flowing through the seats, keeping you cool and comfortable no matter how hot it gets outside. It's one of those features that once you try it, you wonder why it took so long to become standard in cars. Then there's the steering wheel, which has been given a modern update. It's not just about looking fresh, it's designed to feel better in your hands too, making it more comfortable for long drives. What's cool is that, unlike the Model 3, which did away with traditional stalks for things like turn signals, the Model Y Juniper keeps those stalks, giving you that familiar, tactile feel when you need to adjust things like your turn signal or windshield wipers. It's a nice balance of modern and familiar, keeping the drive intuitive. For the people sitting in the back, Tesla has added an 8-inch touchscreen to keep everyone entertained and comfortable. Rear passengers now have the power to control things like the climate settings and entertainment options, which means no more fighting over the temperature or music. Everyone in the car gets to feel like they're in control of their own space, making those longer drives much more enjoyable for everyone. The cabin itself is getting a vibe upgrade too, with ambient lighting that wraps around the interior. It's not just about aesthetics. The lighting can be customized to your personal preference, so you can set the mood for the drive. Whether you want something bright and energizing or soft and relaxing, you can adjust it to match your mood or the time of day. If you're someone who likes peace and quiet when you drive, you'll appreciate the improved sound insulation in the Juniper. Tesla has added more sound-deadening materials to keep external noise to a minimum, which makes a big difference, especially on highways or when you're cruising through busy city streets. The cabin feels a lot more serene, giving you a quiet space where you can focus on the road, your music, or just enjoy the ride without the distraction of outside noise. The center console has also been given an upgrade, and it's all about making your life easier. There are now 2 wireless phone chargers built in, so you don't have to worry about cords and cables cluttering up the space. Plus, the armrest has been redesigned for better comfort, and the overall storage solutions are more organized, which means you can keep all your essentials neatly tucked away, leaving the cabin feeling less cluttered and more functional. And let's not forget about the materials used in the cabin. Tesla has really stepped up the game with premium materials that give the interior a more refined, luxurious feel. The tactile experience inside the cabin feels top-notch, and it all aligns with the Model Y Juniper's upscale image. Whether it's the feel of the seats, the trim, or the overall quality of the materials, everything in the cabin is designed to give you that premium experience. Now, let's talk about what really matters for those long road trips: range and performance. Extended range and performance enhancements. The Tesla Model Y Juniper long-range AWD variant has really stepped up the game when it comes to electric vehicle range. This version promises an impressive 551 kilometers on a single charge, according to the WLTP estimates. That's a big deal, because it means fewer stops for charging, making long drives much more manageable without stressing about how much battery you have left. Of course, it's important to know that WLTP figures are an estimate, and real-world range can change depending on things like how you drive, the terrain, weather conditions, and how much stuff you're carrying. But even so, the Model Y Juniper is definitely ahead of the pack when it comes to keeping you on the road for longer. So, what's behind this improved range? Well, Tesla has worked its magic on a few key areas that contribute to the vehicle's efficiency. First up is the battery technology. Tesla has made some serious improvements here, boosting the battery's energy density and overall efficiency. This means the battery can store more energy without being bigger or heavier, which directly impacts how far you can go on a single charge. The more efficient the battery, the longer you can drive without needing to plug in, so it's a win all around. Then there's the aerodynamics, which play a huge role in conserving energy. The Juniper has been designed to cut through the air more easily, thanks to updates like a new front fascia, sleeker headlights, and redesigned side mirrors. These changes reduce drag, so the vehicle doesn't have to work as hard to keep moving, which ultimately saves power. A smoother ride through the air means less battery use, so Tesla's focus on aerodynamics is a big factor in that extra range. Tesla's regenerative braking system is another feature that really helps extend the driving range. Basically, when you brake, the system recovers some of that energy and sends it back into the battery. It's like getting a little energy boost every time you slow down, which helps top off the battery without needing to plug in. This not only extends the range, but also helps you drive more efficiently overall, which is perfect for making the most out of each charge. The powertrain in the Model Y Juniper has been optimized too. With a dual-motor all-wheel drive setup, the power is distributed between the front and rear motors in a way that maximizes energy efficiency. This fine-tuning ensures that the car uses the least amount of power necessary to keep it moving, which results in even better range. Plus, the all-wheel drive setup gives you the flexibility to handle different driving conditions, so it's great for various terrains. One more thing that helps keep everything running smoothly is Tesla's advanced thermal management system. Basically, this system keeps the battery at the right temperature, no matter what the weather's like outside. When the battery stays at the optimal temperature, it performs better and lasts longer. This means that even in extreme cold or heat, the Model Y Juniper still gets the best performance out of its battery, helping to keep that range as high as possible. So, what does this all mean for drivers? For starters, it means less frequent charging. With the ability to travel over 500 kilometers on a single charge, you won't need to stop and charge as often, especially on longer trips. That's one less thing to worry about when you're planning your next road trip or heading out on a daily commute. It also gives you more flexibility when you're driving in areas with limited charging stations.
With the new Model Y was to take the best-selling vehicle on the road and make it better.
Since you can travel further before needing to find a place to top up, and if you're thinking about the long-term value of the car, the extended range might make the Model Y Juniper more attractive in the used car market. Vehicles with longer ranges tend to have better resale value, so if you ever decide to sell, you could potentially get a better return on your investment. When it comes to charging, the Model Y Juniper has you covered with Tesla's supercharger network. The car supports rapid charging, and with a maximum charging speed of 250 kW, you can add up to 266 kilometers of range in just 15 minutes. That's a game changer when it comes to reducing downtime during long trips. A quick stop at a supercharger station means you're back on the road in no time, ready to go further. But the Model Y Juniper isn't just about the range. It's also about how it performs when you're behind the wheel. Performance upgrades. Tesla really fine-tuned the performance aspects to deliver a car that's not only faster,
Let's be honest, the Model Y is the least attractive of all the Teslas.
but also more fun to drive, with a number of improvements that focus on handling, stability, and overall driving dynamics. One of the biggest changes is in the aerodynamics. The performance model gets a set of design tweaks that reduce drag, making the car smoother and more stable at high speeds. The front bumper has been streamlined, which helps it cut through the air more easily. At the rear, there's a full-width light bar that not only looks sleek,
Matrix LED, the main headlamp, is underneath that, and also an updated front bumper for better aerodynamics.
but also contributes to the car's efficiency by improving airflow. These updates don't just make the car look cooler, they actually improve its performance by allowing it to glide more smoothly, giving you better stability at high speeds and a more efficient drive overall. Another awesome addition is the adaptive dampers. This is one of those features that really makes a difference in how the car feels on the road. The adaptive dampers adjust the suspension stiffness on the fly, based on how you're driving and the conditions around you. If you're cruising on a smooth highway, the suspension softens up a bit for a more comfortable ride. But when you hit a corner or need to take on some rougher roads, it tightens up for better handling. This real-time adjustment gives you the perfect balance of comfort and performance, making the driving experience much more enjoyable. Speaking of performance, the thermal management system in the performance model is something to be excited about. It ensures that both the battery and the motor stay at optimal temperatures, even when you're pushing the car hard. This is important because when you're driving fast or taking on challenging terrain, things can heat up quickly. The thermal system keeps everything running smoothly, so you get consistent power and efficiency no matter what conditions you're in. Whether you're accelerating on the highway or taking on winding mountain roads, you can rely on the car to keep performing at its best without overheating or losing power. The performance model also comes with specially designed tires that are built for high-performance driving. These tires offer better grip, which translates to sharper handling and more control on the road. When you're driving a car that's tuned for speed and agility, having the right tires makes a huge difference. These tires ensure that you're getting the most out of the car's performance, whether you're taking tight corners or accelerating quickly from a standstill. Finally, the chassis has been sport-tuned to give the Model Y Juniper that extra bit of responsiveness. This tuning improves the car's handling dynamics, making it feel more agile and quick to react to your inputs.
Is actually thinner, so it looks a little bit slicker. And then on the steering wheel, you've got a couple of the most used functions and a couple of haptic buttons.
Whether you're changing lanes on the freeway or tackling a winding road, the sport-tuned chassis ensures that the car feels nimble and connected to the road. The driving experience is sharp and precise, giving you the kind of driving feedback that makes you feel more in control and confident behind the wheel. And when it comes to handling the road, Tesla didn't forget about the finer details. Advanced suspension system and steering calibration. Tesla has really put some work into making the ride of the Model Y a lot smoother and more enjoyable, especially when it comes to the suspension. If you've ever driven a car that felt a little too stiff or rough over bumps, you'll appreciate the changes Tesla's made. The company has returned the suspension system to address those concerns and make sure the ride feels more comfortable, even on uneven or bumpy roads. The new suspension does a much better job of absorbing those imperfections, so you won't feel every little jolt and vibration in the cabin. It's a noticeable improvement, especially when you're cruising down a rough street or tackling some potholes. The car now feels more refined, and the ride quality is a lot smoother, making longer drives more pleasant. While the focus was definitely on improving comfort, Tesla didn't forget about handling. The suspension adjustments also make the car feel more responsive and balanced.
And for your indicators and a windscreen wiper button then. Here in the new Model Y, you get this new steering wheel.
So you're not sacrificing performance for comfort. It's a win-win situation. The car feels more stable and controlled, but it also rides comfortably. Whether you're driving on city streets or taking on a windy mountain road, the handling has a much more predictable, satisfying feel to it. The Model Y now feels like it can take on just about any road condition without compromising on either smoothness or precision. On top of the suspension upgrades, Tesla also took the time to refine the steering system. This means that when you turn the wheel, the car responds more quickly and accurately. The steering is sharper and more precise, so you get a better sense of control and connection with the vehicle. Whether you're navigating tight corners or just cruising around town, the steering feels more direct and engaging. The quick response makes driving feel more dynamic and fun, while still maintaining that smooth driving experience that Tesla is known for. What really stands out with the improved steering is the added feedback you get through the wheel. It's not just about turning the wheel and hoping the car responds. You actually feel more of what the car is doing. The steering wheel gives you a better sense of how the car is interacting with the road, which means you can trust the vehicle more when you're making maneuvers. That tactile feedback helps you feel more confident behind the wheel, whether you're making quick adjustments in traffic or taking a sharp turn on a windy road. It really enhances the overall driving experience by making you feel more connected to the car. But that's not all. There's even more to keep everyone entertained and comfortable. Rear entertainment system. The Tesla Model Y Juniper brings a cool upgrade for people riding in the back with the addition of an 8-inch rear touchscreen. It's a game changer for passengers who want to take control of their own space without constantly bothering the driver or front passengers. The touchscreen is fully integrated into the vehicle's system, offering a bunch of features that make the ride way more comfortable and fun for everyone. One of the most useful aspects of this new touchscreen is the climate control access. In the past, rear seat passengers would have to ask the driver to adjust the temperature or fan speed, which could be a bit annoying. Now, anyone sitting in the back can just adjust the climate to their liking, making the ride more comfortable for everyone. Whether it's turning up the heat on a chilly day or cranking up the AC in the summer, everyone gets to enjoy their preferred settings without relying on someone up front. Then there's the entertainment side of things. This touchscreen doesn't just control the climate, it's also packed with features to keep passengers entertained. It's connected to the car's infotainment system, meaning you can stream shows, movies, or music, and even play games, all from the back seat. This feature really makes the journey feel more enjoyable, especially for kids or anyone looking to pass the time on long drives. The entertainment options are pretty much endless, turning the back seat into a mini entertainment hub. Tesla's also thought about keeping the backseat experience safe and controlled. To make sure little hands don't mess with things they shouldn't, the touchscreen has a child lock feature. This prevents accidental adjustments that could mess with the front seat settings, keeping everything running smoothly and safely. Parents will especially appreciate this feature when they want to keep things simple and prevent their kids from fiddling with the controls. For those who want a more personal experience, Bluetooth connectivity is built in.
Add the device, so you can add a Bluetooth device to the rear display,
which means passengers can connect their wireless headphones or even game controllers. This is perfect if you don't want to disturb the other people in the car, or if you just want to zone out and enjoy your own entertainment without bothering anyone else. Whether you're watching a movie, listening to music, or playing a game, the Bluetooth connectivity makes it all possible without any cords or distractions. Another cool feature of the rear touchscreen is the picture-in-picture mode. This lets passengers multitask by watching something while also adjusting other settings. For example, you can keep your show going while you tweak the climate control settings or play around with other features. It's like having your cake and eating it too. Watch your favorite content and still have full control over the cabin's environment at the same time. Running on an Android system, the rear touchscreen is pretty versatile. It supports the Google Play Store,
and it has Google Play Store,
so passengers can download a bunch of apps, games, and even streaming services they might want. It opens up a whole world of possibilities for entertainment, from binge-watching shows to playing your favorite games on the go. The Android system also ensures everything runs smoothly and that updates are easy to install. That said, a few things to keep in mind. While the system is pretty awesome, it does require an internet connection to work at its best. Luckily, the Model Y comes with built-in connectivity, or you can use a mobile hotspot to get online and access all the content you want. Also, while the rear touchscreen gives you a lot of control, some settings, like temperature and fan speed, don't automatically sync up with the front controls. So if you want to change something that affects the whole cabin, the driver might need to make those adjustments up front. And if you think the inside of the Model Y Juniper couldn't get any cooler, wait until you see the lighting. Ambient lighting. This car takes the interior experience to another level with a sleek and sophisticated ambient lighting system that really makes the cabin feel more luxurious and personalized. This isn't just about adding a little glow to the space, it's about creating an atmosphere that matches your mood and gives the whole interior a modern, upscale vibe. It's like stepping into a car that feels like it was designed to be as cozy and inviting as possible, no matter the time of day. One of the standout features is the continuous LED light strip that wraps all the way around the cabin. This isn't some random strip of light. It's seamlessly integrated into the dashboard and door panels, creating a fluid, cohesive look that flows with the car's minimalist design. The light strip acts like a ribbon of glow, adding to the vehicle's modern aesthetic. It's like the lighting is an invisible part of the design, subtly enhancing the interior without being overpowering. But it's not just about how it looks, it's about how it feels. The ambient lighting system gives you the freedom to customize the colors, so you can adjust the mood to fit whatever vibe you're going for. Whether you want a calming blue for a relaxed drive, or a warm amber for a cozy, intimate feel, the lighting is completely up to you. It's not just about choosing a color either. It's about setting the tone for your journey. You can match the lighting with the time of day, your mood, or even the type of drive you're on. The fact that it's customizable really adds a level of personal touch to the car that's hard to beat. This lighting also ties in perfectly with the rest of the interior design. The lighting doesn't just stand out on its own, it complements everything else, like the soft, suede-look trim on the doors. It's all about creating a cohesive and high-end feel, and the lighting helps tie all these elements together in a way that makes the whole cabin feel like a luxurious space. It's not too flashy, but it has just the right touch of elegance that makes the car feel more premium. And when it comes to peace and quiet on the road, Tesla has definitely upped the game with sound insulation. Enhanced sound insulation. One of the biggest changes is the integration of acoustic glass. This special type of glass works like magic to block out unwanted noise from the outside world. You know how when you're driving, you can hear everything from the roar of the engine to the sound of tires on the road? With the acoustic glass, those noises are significantly reduced.
Thanks to just extra soundproofing and deadening in here.
And you're left with a much quieter ride. This means less distraction from things outside, so you can enjoy a more serene environment inside the cabin. Another upgrade is the added underbody insulation. This is a less visible but equally important change. The underbody insulation helps keep the noise generated by the road and the tires from making their way into the cabin. Think about how sometimes when you drive on certain roads, it feels like every bump and turn gets amplified inside. With this added insulation, those sounds are muffled, and you get a smoother ride that's more pleasant for everyone. It's a quieting effect that really makes a difference, especially on highways or rougher roads. Tesla also made some smart upgrades inside the car to keep things quieter. The interior materials have been refined, so things like the headliner fabric and carpeted surfaces aren't just there for looks, they play a role in noise reduction too. These materials work together to absorb sound and reduce the overall level of noise in the cabin. It's all about making sure the inside of the car feels like a comfortable, peaceful space, whether you're driving through busy city streets or cruising along a quiet highway. And the exterior design has also been tweaked for better aerodynamics. The sleek shape of the Model Y Juniper, along with things like the full-width light bar, helps reduce wind noise at higher speeds. If you've ever driven at a faster pace and felt like the wind was pushing against the car, you'll notice a difference here. With these aerodynamic changes, the car glides through the air more smoothly, cutting down on the annoying whoosh of wind noise that can sometimes drown out your music or conversation. And when it comes to cutting through the air, Tesla's really nailed it with the aerodynamic design. Aerodynamic efficiency. With a drag coefficient of just 0.22 down from 0.23, this car is seriously streamlined. It might sound like a small number, but it makes a big difference in how the car drives. The improvements here help with everything from better fuel efficiency to a quieter cabin, and they even help extend the vehicle's driving range, making it that much better for long trips. One of the most noticeable changes is the redesigned front fascia. The front end of the car has been made much sleeker, with a lower, flatter bonnet and a more refined grille. These tweaks might seem subtle, but they help the air move smoothly over the car, reducing drag and making the vehicle more efficient. It's like the car is gliding through the air instead of pushing against it, which not only helps save energy, but also makes the driving experience feel a little more effortless. At the back, the Model Y Juniper gets a full-width LED taillight bar. It's a pretty sleek design feature, but it also has a very functional purpose. By reducing turbulence at the rear of the vehicle, the taillight bar helps keep airflow smooth and controlled. This not only gives the car a modern look, but also cuts down on drag, improving the overall efficiency of the vehicle. It's a smart design move that blends style with function. The C-shaped air dams on the car are another cool feature that make a difference in how the vehicle handles air. These air dams direct airflow around the car more efficiently, cutting down on drag and helping the car stay stable at higher speeds. When you're driving at a faster pace, every little bit of airflow control counts, and these air dams help keep things smooth and steady, especially on highways or long stretches of road. Moving to the back again, the sporty ducktail spoiler and updated rear diffuser do their part to keep the air flowing smoothly at the rear of the vehicle. They work together to reduce drag and improve efficiency, ensuring that the car cuts through the air without unnecessary resistance. It's all about maximizing the car's efficiency while keeping the ride as stable as possible. Even the headlights have been given an aerodynamic upgrade. The updated headlights are sleeker and designed to cut down on drag, which might seem like a small change, but it all adds up. Every tweak to the car's design helps it become more efficient and quieter, so the driving experience feels smoother. What do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you in the next one.